Would the graduands please turn and face the platform? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Spring Convocation 2010. Would you please join our vocalist, Courtney Willock, in the singing of O Canada, and then please remain standing for the invocation.
Gracious God, giver of every good gift, as we gather here today to celebrate the academic achievements of the graduates of the Edwards School of Business and Law, we give thanks for so many things. We give thanks for the freedom to live life with joy to the fullest. We give thanks for the earth and for each other and for the gift of life. We pray that we can continue to support each other in our community, being good stewards of our gifts and good citizens of our planet. Thank you for the gift of education, for our classmates and our professors, and the gift of our place of higher learning. May we treasure the fact that we have had the opportunity to attend the University of Saskatchewan, to learn, to succeed, and to graduate. As so many in this world struggle for the basic necessities of life, give us courage to emerge as leaders in our global village, to see past our needs to the needs of others and the common good. We thank you for this time of spring, of new life, of growth. Let us continue to grow in new ways, seeking out new paths, new destinations, and new goals to achieve. Today we acknowledge and celebrate the goals that have been achieved as our students receive their degrees. We give thanks for our greatest gift, those who have supported us through our lives, our families and friends who encouraged us, believed in us, and were there for us in times of need. We give them our love and our gratitude, those who join us here today and those who couldn't be here but are present in our hearts. And we give thanks for the promise of the future. As our students convocate today, we see that they have limitless potential. Bless them in their future choices, whether the choice is to work, travel, or continue with more study, and give them courage and strength to discern what the path will be. We pray for guidance for all of us here, so that the decisions we make in the future can allow us to truly work towards the greater good for all. For all these we say thank you, and we ask for help to use our learning, our gifts, and our talents to make our community, and indeed our world, a better place to be. God, be with us today and always. Amen.
Would you please be seated? Again, graduands and distinguished guests, welcome. My name is Lee Pennock. I'm the University Secretary, and I have the honor of introducing to you the members of the colorful platform party that you see before you. So beginning in the front row at my far left and your right, Lawrence Martz, Dean of the College of Graduate Studies and Research. Alison Rennie, Associate Dean of the Edwards School of Business. Brooke Dobney, Dean of the Edwards School of Business. Brent Cotter, Dean of the College of Law. Karen Chad, Vice President Research. Heather Magatu, Vice President, University Advancement. Brett Fairbairn, Provost and Vice President Academic. Peter McKinnon, our President. Vera Pezer, our Chancellor. Gordie Howe, recipient this morning of the Honorary Doctor of Laws degree. Nancy Hopkins, Vice Chair of the University of Saskatchewan Board of Governors. Elder Peter Bishop. Chris Stoychev, President of the University of Saskatchewan Students' Union. Michael McLean, University Chaplain. Marianne Schneider, President of the Alumni Association. Russell Eisinger, Registrar and Director of Academic Services and Financial Assistance. And in the second row, Rick Bunt, Chief Information Officer and Associate Vice President for Information and Communications Technology. Norman Slotkin, Associate Dean in the College of Law. Gary Entwistle, Associate Dean in the Edwards School of Business. Jim Thornhill, Special Advisor to the Vice President Research Office. Fred Remillard, Associate Dean of the College of Pharmacy and Nutrition. Glenn Cobeson, President of St. Peter's College. Grit McCreath, a member of the University's Board of Governors. And the following members of the University of Saskatchewan Senate. Shirley Haynes, Leanne Abel, Ian Farthing, Jackie Hugebert, Peter Stroh, Eileen Hartman, William Gulka, Sandra Fisher, Margaret Kuzik, Gregory Stevens, Laurel Krause, Helga Falainer, and Maria Lynn Freeland. And behind them, and I'd ask them to stand, are members of the faculty of the University of Saskatchewan. Would you please join me in expressing to all of these faculty, administrators, and members of our governing bodies our thanks for the work they've done supporting, teaching, and encouraging our graduates.
Gordie, may I ask you to stand? The Honorary Doctor of Laws degree is among the highest honors the University of Saskatchewan can grant to any individual. To be so honored, the recipient must have made a distinguished contribution in a specific field or have demonstrated public service to the local, Canadian, or global public good, as well as be an inspiration to the graduating class. The University of Saskatchewan is proud to award the degree of Doctor of Laws to Gordie Howe. He is known internationally as Mr. Hockey for his peerless performance as a professional hockey player over a span of 33 years. In addition to his lifetime of accomplishments in his chosen field, his generous contributions to his community make him an inspiration for all Canadians. Born at Floral in 1928, Gordie was the sixth of 9 children born to farmers Albert and Catherine Howe. The family moved to Saskatoon within days of his birth. The Depression was a struggle for the Howes, as it was for so many in Saskatchewan. And here began the famous Howe work ethic. Suffering from a calcium deficiency, young Gordie took vitamins and did extensive exercises to improve his health. His on-ice life took root when he was 4 or 5 years old. His mother assisted a neighbor who needed money by purchasing a bag of used goods for $1.50. Within the bag was what was to become Gordie's first pair of skates. Gordie Howe practiced and worked relentlessly to improve his skating and hockey skills. By age 9, he was playing in an organized league. By age 12, he was on 5 different teams. At 15, the 6-foot-tall, 200-pound, ambidextrous shooting Howe took part in a tryout with the New York Rangers in Winnipeg. He was deemed not good enough for the professional game. History does not record the fate of the New York Rangers scout who reached this conclusion. Fortunately, for generations of hockey fans, at 17, Gordie Howe was signed to a professional contract with the Detroit Red Wings. Once he made it to the NHL, he was recognized for his physical strength, tenacity, and high skill level. His consistency and superior play were second to none. Despite a severe head injury in 1950, which threatened his career, and countless other injuries throughout his years of play, Gordie Howe played more games in the National Hockey League than any other player in history. For 20 consecutive seasons, he finished in the top 5 among all NHL scorers. He retired after the 1970-71 season and took a position with the Red Wings front office, having captured 6 Art Ross trophies as the leading scorer, 6 Hart trophies as the most valuable player, and was part of 4 Stanley Cup teams. In 1973, he came out of retirement to play for the Houston Aeros of the World Hockey Association with his sons, Mark and Marty. He was named WHA Most Valuable Player in 1974 at the age of 46. He retired from the NHL Hartford Whalers in 1980 at the age of 52. Gordie Howe played a total of 33 years of professional hockey, being named to the National Hockey League All-Star Team 23 times. In 1997, at the age of 69, he skated for one shift with the International Hockey League's Detroit Vipers, and this enabled him to have played professional hockey in 6 different decades. Among a handful of the very best players in the history of the game, Gordie Howe is a role model for those who take raw talent and use hard work and dedication to achieve great success. Known throughout his career for being accessible and generous, he and his late wife Colleen established the Howe Foundation, which raises money to enable children from across North America to play hockey, who otherwise would have been unable to afford the cost of equipment and registration fees. Among the philanthropic causes to which Gordie Howe has given his support are Kids Sport in Saskatoon, Lifestyle Hearing to promote better hearing across Canada, and funding dementia research. Gordie Howe was named an Officer of the Order of Canada. He was named to the Hockey Hall of Fame as well as to the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame and 9 other Halls of Fame. He received the National Hockey League Lifetime Achievement Award in 2008. In 1967, he was honored as Canadian Athlete of the Year. Mr. Howe was named to Canada's Walk of Fame in 2000. In a letter of support for this honor, University alumnus and international hockey coach Dave King said, "Gordie Howe is a terrific role model. Beyond his hockey accomplishments, he has demonstrated quiet dignity and a selfless manner, reminding us that greatness goes beyond our careers and accomplishments." Wayne Gretzky, who also supported the nomination of Gordie Howe for this degree, stated, "Throughout my career and beyond, he has been a great mentor and inspired me. His inspiration has also reached many others and given them hope that a small-town Saskatchewan boy can indeed follow his dreams. I cannot think of a better way to show the respect of the community than by awarding him this degree." Gordie Howe has shown continually his ability to rise above adversity to achieve success. He overcame great odds to become the dominant figure in a sport that requires superior physical ability, commitment, and determination. He withstood serious injury and later defied conventional wisdom that he was too old to play at a high level. This man has brought honor to Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and Canada. And, Mr. Hockey, you are about to experience a name change, or I should say a nickname change. With the award of this degree, you shall become Dr. Hockey. Eminent Chancellor, I present to you Gordie Howe and ask that you confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of the province and with the consent of the Senate of this university, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Eminent Chancellor, Elder Bishop, Board of Governors Vice Chair Nancy Hopkins, distinguished guests, members of the graduating class, ladies and gentlemen. May I join my colleague, the University Secretary, Dr. Pennick, in welcoming you to Convocation 2010. This is the University of Saskatchewan's most important celebration. It is here that we come together and recognize in a very public way the achievements of our graduates and the contributions to their success of their families and friends. This day also marks the admission of our students to the University of Saskatchewan family of graduates worldwide. I can say to you that their record of achievement is an outstanding one. I am confident that you will uphold and enhance that record in the years to come. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to the families of the graduates that are assembled today. We're delighted to have you with us. You have shared the joys and the hardships of your graduate in his or her journey leading to the success that we mark today. We share your pride, and we thank you very much for being here. I hope that as you receive your degrees today, you are reminded that you are not simply newly hooded holders of credentials and qualifications. I hope that you are reminded that your degrees mark your belonging to an intellectual tradition that has its roots in the timeless values of the Academy. In their reflections on the role of universities in the 21st century, a prominent body of international leaders identified those values in these words: in a society of shifting goals and uncertain values, the university must stand for something more than accurate data and reliable information, more even than useful knowledge and dependable standards. The university is the custodian, not only of knowledge, but also of the values on which that knowledge depends, not only of professional skills, but of the ethical obligations that underlie those professional skills, not only of scholarly inquiry, disciplined learning, and broad understanding, but also of the means that make inquiry, learning, and understanding possible. In its institutional life and its professional activities, the university must reaffirm that integrity is the requirement, excellence the standard, rationality the means, community the context, civility the attitude, openness the relationship, and responsibility the obligation upon which its own existence and knowledge itself depend. Excellence, rationality, community, civility, openness, and responsibility. Strong values for universities, strong values for our graduates. Let me say a few words about the College of Law and the Edwards School of Business. The College of Law is the oldest law school in Western Canada. It was established in 1912, and its graduates over the years have made outstanding contributions in practice, in the academy, in the judiciary, and in public service generally. The college's dynamic record continued this year. It is the recipient of the inaugural Louis Otis Award in recognition of the most outstanding academic program of any Canadian law school in the field of mediation and dispute resolution, a particular recognition of the contributions of Professor Michaela Keat and the late Professor Marjorie Benson. The college also had outstanding success in national mooting competitions, winning prizes and recognition in 5 of the 7 national moots in which it participated. Its dispute resolution team was invited to participate in an international competition in Paris, where it finished 10th out of 44 teams worldwide. I am pleased to note as well that the spectacular $16.5 million addition to the college was recognized by the Green Building Council of Canada as having achieved gold status for leadership in energy and environmental design. Quite a year. And may I say, quite a 6-year tenure for the current Dean, Brent Cotter, who has compiled a superb record: outstanding new faculty recruits, physical expansion, service to students and the profession. Dean Cotter steps down at the end of this month. Mr. Dean, on behalf of the university and this convocation, thank you very much for your distinguished service. The Edwards School of Business is named for Murray Edwards, a University of Saskatchewan graduate who has enjoyed a magnificent business career in Calgary and Canada. It is on the rise among Canadian business schools, and our ambitions for it have no ceiling. I have followed its progress very closely, and I'm very pleased, generally and in particular, with the new faculty appointments whose careers will determine the future reputation of the school. To mention a few highlights, last September, the Edwards School held its grand opening of the K.W. Nasser Centre, located in downtown Saskatoon. This centre is named after the man who made the downtown campus a reality, Professor Emeritus K.W. Nasser. The Nasser Centre provides programming in a business environment which connects our business school to business communities. Currently, the Nasser Centre is home to the MBA program and the school's business advisory services. The Canadian Institute of Chartered Accountants administers the UFE, or Uniform Evaluation of Accountants. The pass rate of Edwards School Master of Professional Accounting graduates is the highest in Canada for first-time writers of this test. And for each of the past 6 years, these graduates have placed on the National Honor Roll. I've always been impressed, too, by our students' public spirit commitments, whether it's in the donation of Legal Follies proceeds to a designated charity, or in the case of the Edwards School raising more than $54,000 for the Children's Health Foundation of Saskatchewan and EGADS. Quite a year, indeed, for both these colleges. When I reflect on the many dimensions of university life, the most prominent image that comes to mind at this time of year is the one before me now. Row upon row of gowned students, awaiting the symbolic transfer of your hoods from across your arms to around your heads and shoulders. And the rest of us, on this stage and behind and above you in the audience of this great hall, bearing proud witness to the transfer. The symbolism is rich in meaning. On one side of the ledger are the opportunities that are available by virtue of your newly awarded degrees. And take it from me, 40 years after I sat where you now sit, the opportunities are many and wonderful. On the other side of the ledger is the responsibility associated with your success. It's not always explicit. It's not always acknowledged. But it is always present. And it boils down to this: the responsibility to use your degrees to serve others. But for today, we join you in celebrating your achievements to date. I know that your achievements represent thoughtfulness, determination, struggle, and a fair measure of anxiety. But you're here and you deserve to be. Warmest congratulations and very best wishes for the future.
In just a few moments, I will formally petition the Chancellor to admit the students who are assembled here to their degrees and certificates. Then I will invite you, the graduands, to come forward. As you approach the podium, the Dean or Associate Dean of the College will present you by name. When your name is announced, you will cross to the center of the platform to stand facing the Chancellor while your hood is put over your shoulders. Once you've been hooded, you may shake the Chancellor's hand, and the Chancellor will then tell you that you've been admitted to the Convocation of the University of Saskatchewan. You'll then continue across the platform to be greeted by the President and to receive your parchment. As you go down the steps, you'll be welcomed as a new member of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association by a representative of the association. Eminent Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the University Senate and Board, I present to you the petition of the Council of this university that the candidates to be named, having fulfilled all of the requirements of the bylaws, may, with your permission, be admitted to the degrees and certificates to which they are entitled.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of the council of this university, I consent to admit you to the degrees and certificates to which you are entitled, and to invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Would the graduates in the front row please rise and come to the platform?
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Business, I present to you these scholars from the Edwards School of Business and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. I present to you Melissa Ann Adams. Mohammed Ahmed Al-Fayez with distinction. Sarah Jean Alford, High Honors in Accounting with great distinction. Joshua Nicholas Ondal. Jared Matthew Aniak with great distinction. Janelle Marie Arndt with great distinction. Brianne Elizabeth Arneson. Lindsay Michelle Arnott. Francis Agnes Astillero with great distinction. Nicole Grace Banks with distinction. Jonathan August Barlage. Jared Daniel Bender. Kalen Joseph Both. Justin Ralph Boychuk with distinction. Michelle Rayanne Brewster. John Patrick Brodsky. Lisa Ann Budd. Suzanne Laura Bunbury with distinction. Joran Maria Burton, High Honors in Marketing with great distinction. Adam James Bazinski. Aaron Mark Cadron with distinction. Byron Thomas Calver with great distinction. Haley Noel Calvert. Michael Colin Campbell with distinction. Juhi Sao. Chelsea Dawn Carter. Betsy Ho Ching Chan with great distinction. Kyle Thomas Chatterson. Angela Dawn Shane. Caitlin Mary Chalowski. Nicole Ann Chorney with distinction. Haley Marie Clements. Christopher Allen Coben. Christopher Mark Costly. Jayla Dawn Curran. Aaron Stacy Dand, high honors in finance with great distinction. Devin Mitchell Davidson. Kelsey Jean DeMeyer. Kent Morgan Deardahl. Jackson Emile Desotel with distinction. Graham Dietrich. Lynn Dorion with distinction. Shane Michael Dewick with distinction. David Richard Duker with distinction. Shane Terrence Eckel. Cameron Dale Urker. Daniel Ryan Evans. Matthew Alexander Iwanchuk. Kai Fan with distinction. Corey Allen Fay. Garrett James Federico. Richard James Kenneth Forbes. Dana Adrienne Francis. Carol Jean Freer with distinction. Megan Marie Gardner. Anita Lynn Gartner with distinction. Elizabeth Getty. Drew Brianne Gogolinski with distinction. Allison Lee Graves. Jerem Landon Gurney with distinction. Clay Matthew Novak Hack with distinction. Raylene Amanda Halliwell. Kristen Danielle Hanrider, high honors in finance with great distinction. Shannon Christelle Hassan. Faye Chantel Hauber with great distinction. Richard Elliott Haubrish with great distinction. Carla Joy Highland with distinction. Andrew Robert Naddick. Godwin Kwok Ho with distinction. Dylan James Hostman. Scott Sheldon Holowachuk. Shane Michael Hryken. Jingjung Hu with distinction. Gary Locke Huang. Samantha Rose Marie Hubble. Davis Alexander Hurlbert. Jerome Michael Huska. Michael Nathan Isbister. Kendra Dawn James. Todd Douglas Joyce. Brent Gerald Kaltoff. Celine Chantel Cassoon. Marlis Jennifer Caulfold. Derek Richard Koch. Kevin Neil Kernahan with distinction. Michael Larry Kinderchuk. Jordan Anthony Kist. Joelle Lisa Claytor with distinction. Jarrett Andrew Lauren Conrad. Taylor Daniel Conkin. Stephen Shane Koo with great distinction. Marla Christine Coop. Jill Kornetz. Kristen Ann Kowalski. Mandy Jennifer Kuntz. Sarah Claire Laxco with distinction. Gordon Albert Laliberte. Cody Victor Lang with distinction. Michelle Jennifer Lang. Mark Joseph Lapointe. Jacqueline Camille LaRiviere with great distinction. Pui Hang Lao. Cleve Braden Len. Dan Lee with distinction. Betty Wee Bing Liu. Travis John Emerson Lowe. Betty Ma with distinction.
Brett Kimberly Makalowicz. Rodney Justin Walter Marchuk. Catherine Erin Moroniak.
Reem Mazin Matlock with great distinction. Caitlin Camille McAuliffe, Honors in Management. Christopher Ryan McCarthy with distinction. Christopher Allen McClelland. Erin McLeod. Mandy Shalane McLeod with distinction. Chantel Rayanne McNaughton with distinction. Justin Robert Samuel Myers, Honors in Marketing. Stephen Alexander Miazga with great distinction. Joni Marie Mickelson. Well done, Joni. Jessica Lauren Miller. Rebecca Julian Moen with great distinction. Nicole Allison Morgan. Chelsea Dale Nagel, Honors in Management with distinction. Jenna Ray Nemish. Conrad Matthew Neufeld, Honors in Marketing. Han T.B. Nguyen with great distinction. Brenton Louis William Nowakowski. Derek Norman Oberhofer. Jason John Oliver, Goodman Chakawabaka Onilaga, Aaron James Oseki, Jillian Laurel Pangborn with distinction, Anne Wulai Parry, Emily Frances Payton with distinction, James Graham Pearson, Donna Rochelle Penna, honors in marketing with distinction, Matthew Alexander Petro with great distinction, Kristen Diane Pond, Tasha Elizabeth Popeil with distinction, Lance Nathaniel Prose, Melissa Quach, Yakaba Oranase Kwe with distinction. Well done. Lindsay Catherine Ray, Megan Ashley Rebrina, Chandra May Redding, Justin Marie Robson, Allison Elizabeth Rolla with distinction, Michael William Roth, Brant Terrence Rumpel with great distinction, Stephanie Ann Rabinski with distinction. Jeffrey Dillon Salisbury. Michael Ryan Scharfstein with distinction. Keely Nicole Schick with distinction. Brittany Rochelle Schultz. Gabrielle Marie Scrimshaw with great distinction. Congratulations. Alana Louise Sedgwick. Ashley Nicole Helen Senchuk with distinction. Michael Brent Serhan with great distinction. Brennan Joseph Shivak. Aaron Joseph Shutra. Jana Lee Shikowski. Alexander William Simpson with great distinction. Ariston Ryder Sirota. Ryan Chad Smith with distinction. Well done. Alan Chulong So. Francis Kai Chung So. Michelle Dawn Sokolsky. Yang Song. Nicholas Peter Sorba. Margarisa Sota. Derek Clifford Stamp. Bree Ashley Stangland, Karen Edith Steckler, Ashley Morel Strelioff with distinction. Caleb Richard Streslick. Xiao Chuang Su. Sean Clark Sullivan. Justin Robert Sutherland. Kenzie Katrine Sutherland. Michael Adam Thompson. Sarah Ann Thompson with distinction. Margaret Tracy Thornton with distinction. Caitlin Brianne Thorsteinston. Natsi Tian. Jeanette Adele Toner. Vaughn Allen Turnbull with distinction. Blair Marguerite Ulrich. Yelena Volsinik. Kristen Marie Walker. Candice Lavon Wall. Li Wang. Jill Ann Watson. Sarah Amanda Weber, high honors in finance with great distinction. Lindsay Dawn Webster. Eric Andrew Weissef. Justin Travis Whiteside. Michael Wishorik. Damon Owen Wilford. Lisa Ellen Williamson with distinction. Justin Bradley Whitkey with distinction. Sylvia Jessica Wong. Kimberly Ray Yanko. Janessa Yeomans. Lei Yi. Shane Richard Yonkman. Menji Ewan with great distinction. Wei Ewan with distinction. Yating Zheng with distinction. Alison Gale Zorb with great distinction. Cindy Marie Zook. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Commerce.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research and the Faculty of Business, I present to you this scholar from the Edwards School of Business and ask that you will confer on her the degree of Master of Business Administration. I present to you Stephanie Dawn Hughes. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipient of the Master of Business Administration degree.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Law, I present to you these scholars from the College of Law and ask that you confer upon them the degree Juris Doctor. Robert Abani. That was the first JD degree conferred in the history of this law school. Trent Noel Adamus.
You didn't trust me.
Kashif Ahmed. Well done. Troy Allen Barrow. Marcy Lynn McGregor Becker. Scott Gordon Bell with distinction. Sarah Louise Bird. Sean Michael Bryden. Berkeley John Butchko. John Chun Chak. Gadi Ferrer Cruz. Lonnie Elise DaCosta. Crystal Robin Enenu. Stacy Lynn Ferguson. Jamie Ray Fisher. Ronald Dale Franklin with distinction. Adam Alexander Fritzler. Timothy Wayne Froese with great distinction. He'll be back. Robert Jonathan Frost Hintz with great distinction. Danielle Lauren Graff with distinction. Jyoti Sarah Hosler. Ryan Herbert Hallman with great distinction. Amy Elizabeth Hammerstedt. Erin Kimberly Hawes. Barbara Michelle Herder. Juliana Joy Hill with distinction. Stephanie Marguerite Hodgson. Kirsten Marlene Janis with distinction. Kareem Jetha. Caitlin Ray Joa. Chelsea May Cowan. Justin Marshall Luddington. Robert Lawrence Martz with great distinction. Yasmin Maria Cordova Matias with distinction. Patrick and I have been here for about 6 years. Exactly. Patrick Michael McDougall. By mistake. Robert Joseph McClellan. Eric Douglas Misfelt Miller. Min Hong Nguyen. Megan Renee Nobert. Lindsay Jolene Oliver. Arthur Victor Olson with distinction. Joelle J. Patrick. Leanne Edna Genevieve Phillips. Sheena Nicole Pritchard. Andrew John Reeson with distinction. Kirsten Jennifer Dawn Ramarchuk with distinction. Andrea Joanne Rourke. David Rex Collins Samuel. Daniela Alejandra Sanhueza. Luann Celine Schlosser. Yana Ray Sabisky. Kezia Claire Sontag with distinction. Elizabeth Lee Stewart. Alexis Timothy Tako. Natalie Ann Thompson. Adrian James Wilfred Toth with distinction. Caitlin Houston Turnbull with distinction. Itembong Base Umo. Brett Nadine Watson with distinction. Matthew Robin Warwick. Marielle Ray Welch. Shandell Cassandra Wilson. Marcy Helen Zemlick. Zeke Edward Zimonic, with distinction. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree Juris Doctor.
Eminent Chancellor, in the name of the faculties, I ask you to grant the degrees and certificates in absentia to those students who have met the requirements to graduate but were not able to be present today.
At the request of the faculties, I authorize these degrees and certificates to be granted.
Eminent Chancellor, President McKinnon, Provost Fairbairn, Dr. Gordie Howe, platform guests, the graduates, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure today to present to you the Goodspeed Award winner for the top Business or Bachelor of Commerce graduate from the Edwards School of Business 2010, to Mr. Stephen Koo. Mr. Koo graduated from the Evan Hardy Collegiate in 2003 and was awarded the Governor's General Academic Medal for the top graduate at Evan Hardy in 2003. After high school, Stephen took 3 years off to play junior hockey in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, and I might say, I believe you were a goaltender. So in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League for the Estevan Bruins and the Melfort Mustangs. Upon his completion of tenure in SJHL, he was awarded the RBC Financial Group Scholarship for academic, on-ice, and community involvement. After his hockey career, he joined the Edwards School of Business in 2006 in the Bachelor of Commerce program, and he is in the accounting major. He has a number of awards and achievements while in university. I'm going to list them off. There's probably 10 or 12, and I'll go through them as quickly as I can. The first one, while he was in university, is this particular award, obviously, today, as a top graduate. The Institute of Chartered Accountants Prize in memory of J.H. Thompson for the top cumulative average of graduates who are articling for their chartered accountancy designation in Saskatchewan. The Lamont Lehman Award for the top average graduating class, and that was awarded at our spring banquet in March. He's the recipient of the Chancellor's Scholarship for Academic Achievement in all 4 years he was with us at the Edwards School of Business. He is the recipient of the Edwards Undergraduate Scholarship for Academic Achievement for 3 years that has been available. He's also the recipient of the J.H. Thompson Scholarship, the top 2 in the year for commerce for over 2 years now. He's the award scholarship winner for the Kendrick Scholarship, Outstanding Achievement in Business Communications. He's also an award winner for the University of Saskatchewan Scholarship, Academic Achievement, Certified Generals Association, Accountants Association of Saskatchewan Scholarship for the top average in COM 201, accounting class, introductory accounting class, and also the John and Spencer Middleton Scholarship for Academic Achievement. Now, if you start adding all these up, and I won't give you a total, he is actually now a shareholder of the Edwards School of Business, and might I say as well the University of Saskatchewan. He's graduating today with a Bachelor of Commerce degree with great distinction. He's worked as a summer associate for PricewaterhouseCoopers in Saskatoon, and he'll be employed full-time with PricewaterhouseCoopers beginning, I suspect, on Monday, or a week or two from now. So he'll be working in Saskatoon. And he'll be starting our MPAC program, our Masters of Professional Accounting program, in May of 2011 in pursuit of his Chartered Accountancy designation. He also does volunteer work. He's been a goaltender evaluator for Saskatoon Minor Hockey for the past 4 years. He's also been a volunteer tax preparer for the volunteer tax prep program that does tax returns for senior citizens and those that are in homes and can't get out. He's been featured on our ESB YouTube video for recruiting of students. And he's also assistant coach when he was in Estevan in 2004-2005. He continues to play hockey, campus rec hockey for the past 2 years. And he's also not only a goaltender but a ballroom dancer, having been with the University of Saskatchewan Ballroom Dance Club in 2009 and 2010. And there's a reason for that, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. A couple other things, and in spite of all the achievements and academic awards that Stefan has amassed in 4 years, I think he potentially has one shortcoming, and I have to mention this. He does suggest that his favorite NHL team is the Montreal Canadiens. We'll allow one or two elbows from Mr. Howe on the way out as you cross the stage. So hopefully you'll change the favorite team to Detroit after today. And if this isn't enough excitement for Stefan, I just want to let you know that he will be getting married this Saturday. Congratulations. So it's been a great career for you, Stefan. It's just the beginning. Congratulations on winning the Goodspeed Award as top graduate 2010 Edwards School of Business.
Eminent Chancellor, with your indulgence, I wanted to share a story that I think reinforces the President's message to all of us today of the way in which graduates generously support one another, graduates of this university. I heard this story only last night. My brother is a graduate of the University of Saskatchewan. He has a daughter who recently had to go in and have her teeth straightened, went to see a dentist who also is a graduate of the University of Saskatchewan. At the end of the work, which no doubt was worth some thousands of dollars, my niece's teeth are really straight now, the dentist said to my brother, there will be no charge for the dental work. But I have always admired that photo of that athlete that hangs in the wall of your den, autographed by the athlete. My brother gave him the photo of the athlete. The picture was of the dentist's favorite hockey player, and mine, actually, our most recent doctoral recipient, Gordie Howe. So I'd like to take this opportunity to extend my family's appreciation to Dr. Howe for his unintended generosity to the family. There are probably some awkward tax issues in there. I'm just nervous about that story now. Tim, could I present this now? Thanks. The College of Law's 2010 graduating class is unique in many respects. The first graduating class to receive the Juris Doctor degree. Secondly, and greatly endearing to me personally, this class coped with more disruption of their law program, certainly in its first year, than any in living memory, with grace, patience, tolerance, and goodwill, dealing with the disruption of a building project and a building site, a strike, a relocation from a virtual law school scattered across the campus to a law school at Albert Street Community Center on Clarence, exams in the engineering tractor lab. Through it all, you hung in there, hung together, and built a great law school community. Tim Froese is the Law Society of Saskatchewan's gold medalist in this remarkable class. Tim is not your typical law student or law school graduate. A Saskatoon resident, he graduated from the University of Saskatchewan with his Bachelor of Arts in Political Science with high honors in 1997. He began a working career in Saskatoon, married, and began a family. He returned to his studies some 10 years later in law in 2007 when his youngest daughter started school. Returning to school was a family commitment and a major investment for Tim and his wife and family. He wrote in his personal statement when he applied to law school, this probably being some gross violation of the privacy laws of Saskatchewan, he wrote, as many others do, and I quote, "I have a clear idea of what I want to accomplish, and I am willing to work hard to achieve it." And he did mean it. Juggling the responsibilities of full-time law school with parenting and part-time work, he still found time to contribute to the life of the law school through pro bono work and law school volunteering on many occasions. He also academically managed to lead his class in his first year and in his third year and achieved the first-class standing throughout. In a very fine class, Tim Froese is the gold medalist for 2010. In terms of winning prizes and awards, they are too numerous to mention. The achievements are really quite exceptional. He will be continuing his career, probably has already started work, articling with the Saskatoon law firm of McKercher and Company, to their good fortune. I would add, though, that it is extra special when high academic honors are achieved and the gold medal is awarded to somebody who is a genuinely nice person. Tim is modest about his considerable achievements, is courteous and pleasant, has a delightful sense of humor, and is liked and admired by his colleagues. And we have been greatly honored to have him at our law school these past 3 years. The 2010 Law Society of Saskatchewan Gold Medalist in Law, Timothy Wayne Froese.
Eminent Chancellor, Mr. President, platform participants, graduates, and guests. As President of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association, it is my pleasure to recognize the class of 2010 as graduates and welcome each of you to the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association. I hope your time at the University of Saskatchewan was a memorable one, be it the friends you've met, classes you've taken, or a university function. Right now, you may not be fully aware or understand what it means to be an alumnus. But today, as you receive your degree, your relationship with the university changes forever. You are now a member of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association. You have joined our alumni family, a family with storied history of excellence, a family of well-accomplished and distinguished alumni. Your family includes a Canadian Prime Minister, Nobel Prize winners, award-winning authors and artists, groundbreaking researchers, successful business executives and entrepreneurs, accomplished athletes, and many, many more. Receive your degree with great pride in what you have accomplished and in the company you've joined. Now you can say you received your degree with Dr. Hockey. I also encourage you to look forward to what you accomplish. Be open to the endless and exciting opportunities available to you. Build upon the connections you've created while a student and strive for even greater things. Continue to build the strong foundation that has shaped the U of S into the fine institution it is today. As you embark upon new endeavors, remember your alumni family is here to support you. Stay connected with the university by informing the Alumni Association of where you are and what you've done. The Alumni Association can provide a vital link between you and your university, whether it's providing support as you build your career, giving you access to university services and facilities, or helping you sustain lifelong relationships. We are all here to celebrate your success. For each of you, how you define success may be different. It may be professional, such as becoming a partner, or personal, such as moving. Whatever your success is, I encourage you to stay in touch with the Alumni Association so we, as members, can continue to celebrate your success together. In closing, once again, congratulations to the class of 2010, graduates from the Edwards School of Business and from the College of Law. Welcome to the alumni family. Welcome to the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association.
This brings our convocation ceremony to a close, but before we do, I would like to thank a number of people. First, Glenn Gillis and the University Wind Orchestra. Our vocalist, Courtney Willick. Elder Mary Lee. Our assigner, Tanya Commission. Danielle Cloutier, Convocation Coordinator, and all the members of her team who make these ceremonies a success. I would remind graduates and their families of the meeting places which follow. Business, please meet in the Grand Circle lobby. Law, meet in the main lobby. Finally, to the graduates, enjoy today and your success. You have acquired an important key to your future. But your degree is not your only acquisition today. It combines with other important but less tangible benefits which have shaped you and will contribute to who you are in the future. For the rest of your life, you will retain a treasure of memories from your time at the University of Saskatchewan, of faculty who made a difference, of your fellow students, and experiences, some enriching, and if a few were slightly dubious, you were probably still learning. You are an alumnus of a proud and successful university. Take that legacy with you wherever you go. The University of Saskatchewan is the bond that unites us all because we have all been touched in one way or another by our experience as part of the university. Those who came before us established this bond. Now I ask you to help ensure that it remains strong in the future. Would you please rise for God Save the Queen?